Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night.
Get him in your lineups. Get him in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300.
Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Tonight, we're going to be recapping the events from last night, talking briefly about what we're going to do going into today's 6-game early slate. You know I love the early slates. That's where I really get it in at. Now, I had a pretty decent night tonight. Was able to double my buy-in of a lot of plays that we discussed in the DFS Sweatshop VIP. If you are not a member, I will implore you to go check us out at www.thedailyfantasysportssweatshop.com. That's where, and I'm going to give you a few teasers, throw out some guys that I really do like as some one-offs. But to get what we really want you to have in the way of knowing who we're going to be stacking, understanding how we're going to be playing each slate, and just some overall MLB, NBA, NASCAR, NHL, all of those things, MMA, everything we cover, golf, everything we cover, that's inside the Facebook VIP. So if you're not a member, you're missing out, and I need you to get on in there, okay? So, how about some of the plays that we had tonight in the shop, man? It was pretty popping. It was, man. We had some really solid shit in there tonight. Now, really quick, if you were so lucky to have this perfect lineup on a 15-game slate, we are talking about the two best pitchers you could have had: Corey Kluber, Trevor Cahill. Now, Corey Kluber was somebody who everybody in the shop was telling me to get on, and at the last minute, I did kind of get on him. Now, I was really heavy on CC Sabathia and Justin Verlander. Those are probably the pitchers that I had the most of, and that really proved to damage me, man, because I had some fire bats. We went with some Yankee stacks. We had some Tampa Bay stacks is what we had. Some really solid bats that we had in the shop, man. And there's no doubt in my mind, a lot of these cats got to the money. Doubled my buy-in, so that's cool, but it could have been a lot better. So in the perfect lineup, we have Corey Kluber, Trevor Cahill, Robinson Chirinos, who none of us were really on, but the fact that so many guys wanted to stack the Texas Rangers, that kind of helped them out and was able to get him in their lineups. Also, we had Brandon Belt. Now, I made a stand. I stood up. I stood up earlier. I made a stand. I said, you know what? God damn it. I ain't playing nobody in Coors. I ain't playing no bats in Coors. That's what I made. I stood up. I made a stand. And I'm telling you, it kicked me in the ass. Now, I had some solid bats all over. But man, what went down in Coors was nuts. At one point in the night, I'm like, oh shit, I made a solid decision. Verlander's got like 17 points. And it's still earlier in the game, like in the fourth inning of the game. Sabathia was kind of whatever, but I had Kluber in some spots. He was killing it. My Yankee stack's going off. Jacoby Ellsbury's getting to it, and I stole 2 bases. Everything was going great, and then all fucking hell broke loose. In the matter of 2 innings, I dropped from 10 times my buy-in to luckily escaping with double my buy-in. So it was a really lot of peaks and valleys tonight, a lot of ups and downs. The stars aligned for Klein. A strikeout pitcher against for Cahill. Yeah, it did. Yeah, that game went fucking nuts. And you know what? And the most beautiful thing is, everybody in the shop was talking about, yo, stack the Diamondbacks, stack the Diamondbacks. Now I was on the Dodgers stack, which was pretty decent because everybody, I loved Corey Seager. He made it into tonight's perfect lineup. But that fucking the Diamondback stack was nuts. It was nuts, bro. It was nuts. So to finish off that perfect lineup, we had Corey Kluber, we had Trevor Cahill, we had Robinson, Chirinos, Brandon Belt, Javier Baez was in there. He had 21 DraftKings points. Joey Gallo, 30 DraftKings points. Corey Seager, 24. Jacoby Ellsbury, 23. Bryce Harper, 25. And AJ Pollock, 24. And I'm going to tell you something about that Bryce Harper play. Because he was somebody who I was really on. And I let what I tell a lot of people not to do. I let that happen to me. Because we were in the shop and we were going through it. And I was like, yo, I like Bryce Harper today. And so many cats was like, nah, man, the BVP is horrible. He's 1 for 22 against him or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, but it's Bryce Harper, bro. And this is what I'm going to tell you, man. We know that Bryce Harper was, he was kind of injury plagued last season. Suffered a lot of injuries. Confidence was down. But, man, he has come out fucking smoking. At this point, I think he's second in the league in batting average. Killing it. Tremendous ISO. Really nice wobble on him. Let's check it out for real. It's 418 ISO. 543 woba. So the dude, when he makes solid contact, bro, he is tearing the cover off of the ball. So very, very, very solid showing we have been seeing recently for Bryce Harper, and I think that continues. The dude is on the MVP season campaign, and that Eric Thames shit is not. That's another thing I said. I told you, I was like, yo, this dude cannot continue to do this every fucking slate, and he goes out and drops a fucking goose egg, okay? And it's funny because he's 28% owned, so you fade him, you're good. Now if a guy is 28% owned, usually that type of ownership is reserved for ace pitchers, not for a guy who doesn't have a long track record of MLB experience and is coming out hot. You know what I mean? So this is a perfect spot to fade him, and I talked about that. Okay. So Corey Kluber, excellent game from him. We saw a really nice game from Bryce Harper as well. A couple of the cheaper one-off guys. And how about the homie? Because we talked about this in the shop, and I was like, yo, I think you gotta play this dude. I thought this was a dude that you had to play. And we talking about Austin Hedges, man. Austin Hedges went the fuck off. Now he was outscored by Robinson Chirinos at that catcher spot, but still, man, I kind of called the jack on him. I called it. Mike Dunn, what's up, big homie? Jeremy Ladd, what's happening, man? So we got the usual suspects, the guys that are most serious about getting to the money here with us now in the Facebook VIP. And exactly, and yo, if you want to become a part of this group, man, a very special group of guys, go hit up the website, man. Check us out, okay? So now I've got a few items open here in front of me. My research definitely begins with FanGraphs. Very excellent tool. Gives you a really nice read on advanced statistics, things that you need. I mean, you can pretty much at this point in the season, you can throw ERA and batting average out of the window. Singular batting average. Now, if I'm going to look at any type of batting average, I'm looking at the team batting average when I'm looking at a pitcher that I want to use to attack a certain team. But when it comes to individual batting average, I mean, there's stuff that gets a little deeper than that. You talk about the weighted on base percentage as well as the weighted on base percentage as well as the isolated power. Those are things that we really want to concentrate on moving forward throughout the season. Very, very solid advanced stats. So Batista finally hit a home run, right? The Blue Jays scored. Yeah. Jay's 3-run shot, Joey Bats, yes. J Fab, what's up? What's happening, big homie? Good to see you, man. Up late at night rocking with me, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just talk real briefly about a few guys that we do like coming up on tomorrow's slate. Let's go ahead and jump into it because, well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to attack the early 6-game slate. I love these early slates. That's where we're going to start. And I want you to meet me back here at about 5 o'clock where we do the line drive at 5. That is... All right, Jonathan, I got you. That is where we're going to really get in depth and talk about, our core plays and stacks that we like. Because, a lineup ain't shit without stacks and without core plays. I'm telling you, it's just not. It's really not. Okay? And the reason, and I'm going to break this down for you. You know how popular the DFS sweatshop has become over the last year or two. Over the last year, actually. Now, this all started for me from figuring out about 2 years ago in baseball, the way to attack each slate is to stack batters. And now, since I've been screaming that from the top of my lungs over the last couple of years, you go to the bigger sites, and that's all they're talking about. At first, they wouldn't say anything about it because that's what they were doing. They didn't want us to know. So now I took that same strategy and put that into NBA, and that did well. Where we talked about stacks and core plays. So now everybody in the industry is running around, oh, stack, core plays, you got to stack, got to core plays. We are now in the 13th inning. God damn, this game will not end, bro. It just won't. They won't let me get my money. Something crazy is going to happen and I'm going to lose my buy-in. I hope not. So, let's go ahead now. If you want to find out about those core plays and stacks that we're talking about, go hit up the website, man. Get involved, okay? So we're gonna roll through really quickly and just talk about a few plays that we do like. We've got it open up tomorrow. First pitch goes out at 1. Joey Batista with the home run. There it is. Yep. First pitch goes out at 1 o'clock. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Looking at Jake Arrieta, 10.6 against Cody Reed. I think he is definitely in play here. I kind of like Jake Arrieta in the spot. He's going to be, probably that singular ace-style pitcher that we're going to have on that early slate. Very, very solid pitcher there. And then we're looking at Gio Gonzalez at 9.5 for the Washington Nationals. That's somebody that probably we're going to be wanting to target, but he's priced up, man. And at 9.5 for Gio, man, that's a lot. That is a lot. We got Ariel Miranda and Jarrell Cotton in that Seattle and Oakland game. Not too much interest I have there. We've got Michael Pineda, man, at 10.1. He's priced up a little bit. But this dude, K upside is dangerous. Like, he has a very high K upside. And going against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who did have a pretty solid game yesterday against my New York Yankees, and they beat us. I really think that, Pineda is the type of pitcher that can really get it going against these cats. Okay? I really do feel like that. I'm worried about 10K Pineda. That's coming from Josh Dewey. Yes, I agree. Because, what you want from Michael Pineda is at 10.1, he's going to give up a couple of runs. You want from 7 to 12 strikeouts. At least 7. You'd love to have 12, but you want at least 7. Right? So, James Talion, 9.2. I think he's priced up a little too much. I'm not trying to attack the Yankee bats, especially how cheap they are. I kind of like those guys as well. Then in Houston, you've got Charlie Morton and Blake Snell. You know what? I don't think you can attack Houston either. Aaron Farkas was up, big homie. I doubled the buy-in, baby. At one point, I was 10 times the buy-in. And then all hell broke loose in in Colorado. Coors turned into Coors Field. And it killed me. It fucking killed me. Brought me all the way. I ended up double the buy-in. That's where I'm at right now. I hope this game ends like now. I'm ready for this game to end. So we've got Charlie Morton at 7.4 going against the Tampa Bay Rays at 8.3. I like some Rays in this spot, so I will be attacking Charlie Morton tomorrow. I think that's a very solid way to go. So all in all, man, it's a pretty solid 6-game slate. Very solid 6-game slate. First pitch goes out at 1. As you know, I will be in the line drive at 5. That is exclusively for the website members, the guys that are in the Facebook VIP. I will be doing that. So really good night of MLB that we saw, man. Hopefully we can keep the win streaks going, man. So now I'm about to step behind the curtain with the homies in the Sweatshop VIP, and we're gonna go ahead and break down in depth this 6-game slate. We're gonna really get it in, and if you want to know what we come up with, man, you're gonna have to get in the VIP to get those details from us. So thank you so much, YouTube. I appreciate everything you've done for me so far. Thank you for being a part of my life and my success in MLB DFS as well as the other sites. We've got a ton of stuff going on the website. And if you don't want to join us here and you just want some free shit, because I know a lot of people like free shit, go check out the website, man. I'm going to post a few one-off plays, guys that I like, and probably one of my favorite pitchers on the slate. So peace out, YouTube. Thank you. The number one thing I want y'all to do when you're in the sweatshop is keep it 300. Let's get it in, y'all.